Hello and thank you for tuning in to mrchoi.com.au. Today's topic is non-evil evil. Non-evil evil. So I started off with a quote that I saw on the internet this week. Getting used to our blessings is one of the most important non-evil generators of human evil, tragedy, suffering. Now, I thought, okay, that's a pretty cool quote. I wanted to absorb it a little bit. Getting used to our blessings is one of the most important non-evil generators of human evil, tragedy, and suffering. And evil, and I thought, why do they use the word evil? And I thought, yeah, well, people go to war, people do selfish things, people harm people create things that they shouldn't be creating, things that are evil because they're not happy with what they have at the moment. They're not happy with what the world has blessed them with, what the universe has given them. And it's that lack of gratefulness that makes us search for more. So I think it's always important to be grateful for what you have. And so I thought, okay, how do you feel more grateful? Because we've got so many things that we take for granted. So many things. Like oxygen. Just imagine not having oxygen for 60 seconds. Like, you probably won't die, but I think I can hold my breath without being in pain for about 40 seconds, which isn't long. I saw the Illusionist magic show just the other day, and the guy, I think he held his breath for 3.5 minutes underwater. So, 40 seconds isn't long, but if you didn't have oxygen for 60 seconds, how much then would you appreciate oxygen? And I remember a couple of years ago, my phone broke, and I didn't have it for 24 hours. Just for comfort, I had my broken phone next to me. I don't know why, but it was like a security blanket. I had it next to me on my computer while I was still working, irritated at the fact that people couldn't call me. I was losing business, perhaps. And I would find myself picking it up to go just check if I got a message, to go on Facebook or something. I thought, wow, I didn't realize how much I depended on my phone until I didn't have it for 24 hours. And it was really a real eye-opener. How lucky was I to have a phone? So the other week, I was doing a twilight auction. I come back to my car and it's been keyed. And I've got a four-wheel drive that's fully wrapped purple. And they keyed from the back to the front. And I looked at it and I was like, oh no. Not good for business. You've got a scratch in your car. I'm going to have to get it fixed. There's money involved. There's time involved. There's hassle. It's just irritating, right, to get your key card, and I was pretty frustrated. I was pretty annoyed, and then I thought, how lucky am I to have the car? And it's a pretty decent car as well. It's not a fancy dancy car, but it's a decent car. And I thought, how lucky am I to have this car? I'm so blessed. And then I thought, I started to feel sorry for the person that kept my car because they have this destruction mentality, this lack of abundance mentality where they had to destroy. They had to go to evil because they probably weren't used to something, or they weren't grateful for what they had, and that's why they go around vandalizing. And I just thought, that kind of mindset that person has isn't going to get them anywhere. They're stuck. Until they fix that mindset, they're not going to get anywhere. So rather than being angry and going, okay, I've got to go to the cops, I've got to make sure that this person gets punished, that person's already being punished. The fact that they're doing that is a punishment in itself because they're not going to get anywhere in life. And I started thinking, okay, how cool is it that I've got a car and it's a decent car? How lucky am I to have the mindset that I'm grateful for my car and that I feel sorry for someone that actually ruined my car. Not ruined, but put a scratch on it. How fortunate am I? So it's all about mindset. It's not about the situation. It's about how you think about the situation. So what are we taking for granted in life? And by the way, I'm no holy person or anything like that. I'm continuously finding myself ungrateful for certain things and just coming back to reality, rechecking on myself, going, Michael, how lucky are you? Michael, how lucky are you? Be grateful, be grateful, be grateful. I basically do it every day, actually. I've got this back roller thing that I stretch on, and part of my sequence every day is when I'm on my back roller thing to crack my back and just loosen up the muscles on my back. I think about all the things I'm grateful for, which is my family, life, oxygen, awesome workplace, awesome people, things like that. My puppy, Sally, some of you might have seen her, she's gorgeous, she's my little girl. Anyways, rambling on, but what are we taking for granted? The fact that in Australia, if you live in Australia, that you can worship your own God, you've got running water, you've got a refrigerator that has cold meats. Like, that's crazy when you think about it. You're making a phone call to someone, you're speaking into plastic. You're speaking into plastic, and somehow the other person on the side of the world, the other state, other part of the country is talking to you. How does that even happen? I don't even know how it works. This is freaky, right? We're so damn lucky with what we have. And I think that's the secret of being happiness, is the gratitude of being really happy with what you have. Take care, guys. Cheers.